Hello, I'm Bood FM and welcome to episode 4 of my American adventure here in Detroit. Thanks for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Honestly, hopefully you're enjoying the series so far. I'm enjoying making it. It's a lot of fun. Now, I'm here inside OCP in Detroit. Yeah, I've just had a meeting with the bosses. The club sent me down here. We might be a third tier team, but they've got connections, especially when it comes to the city of Detroit. And they're a little bit worried about my safety, mainly because I'm British, so I'm not allowed to own a gun. Even though Jimmy G, who lives on the corner, said he'd sell me an Uzi 9mm for about $50, I'm not going to get one. So they've done a deal with OCP to get me some security. I am high profile, I do need some security. Apparently the dude's going to meet me outside. It's been here for about freaking 15 minutes now. Apparently this guy's called Murphy, and he's massive. And when he's with me, no one's going to mess with me. I don't know what they mean. Wait, I think I can hear someone. Oh. What the f is this? Wow. You are massive.
Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
Chill out, mate. You're supposed to be protecting me. I heard you can sort people out. So all I'll say is don't shoot anyone unless they're a bad guy. Or, if one of my players gets less than a 6 average rating, I give you permission to shoot him in the face. Bloody hell, have you checked him out? Good that, innit? Right, let's get into the episode. Okay, due to the fact that the Kobe Jones Cup is in the first half of the season, I've had loads of Kobe games, so there's a few extra games I've played, so I've got 8 games to get through, so let's get through it. The first game went away to Colorado Springs at Folsom Field. We drew 1-1, so yeah, a bit gutted really, but again, even game. Every game's even, I'm loving it. Then we went to Franklin Field in Philly, yeah, to play Bethlehem. And again, another even game. They did have more chances, but it was a 4-4, 8-goal thriller. Absolutely amazing. I'm not being funny, it was amazing. Goals from Carlos Castro, Hunt scored 2, Pablo Escobar got a few as well, so really, really chuffed. With the goals we scored, just a little bit devastated with the amount of goals we're letting. Next up, we won, but this wasn't a league game. This was the third round of the Kobe Jones Cup, and we are clocking up some air miles. I am getting some points on my air miles card, I tell you. Insane. So yeah, we're off to Pittsburgh. We won. Goals from Hunt and Pablo Escobar, and they helped us along with an own goal. Then it was our 4th game on the run away from home, but we've been in the same area-ish. Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, and now we're a bit to Boston. And it was 0-0. Finally, we went back to Detroit. I love this city. And we won 1-0 in the 4th round of the Kobe Jones Cup against DC United. Massive team. So pretty proud of this, to be fair. And then all that hard work we threw out the window because the next game was away from home in the next round of the Kobe Jones Cup in the quarter-final. And we got beat 1-0 off Fresno. And we bounced back from the knockout in the Cup. Went to Baltimore to the M&T Bank Stadium and we beat the Baltimore Armor 3-1. Great stadium, great game. It was pretty even. We pushed it on the chances, but I think we really deserved the win. Again though, how many away games do you need? Really? Sooner or later we're going to have a stretch of home games, surely. And then the last game was away again. The managing director of Holiday Inn is now my best mate. I've got him on speed dial. He loves me, the amount of money I've paid him recently. But I was happy with this because, I mean, we went to Fresno and we got beaten knocked out of the cup. And this was just a great game. I mean, it was awesome. So to beat them 4-3, kind of get revenge, cheered me up a bit because we kind of needed it. But we're fighting through all these away games. So I'm hoping that once we start getting some home games, we pick up some points, we're going to start doing well. But how well are we doing? We're out of the cup, but how are we doing in the league? Well, we're 4th actually. We've got a game in hand on the other guys. If we win our game in hand, we'll still be 4th. Woohoo. Do you know what I mean? But we're up there. I mean, as long as I get in the playoffs, I want to get promotion. Don't get me wrong, I'd like to finish in the top 2. I mean, getting them straight out of the league after being relegated last year will be a feather in my cap. Do you know what I mean? So it'll be good for me to try and get onto another job at a higher, bigger club, carry on my adventure across the states. Do you know what I mean? But we're doing okay. Hopefully we can win today because the team behind us, the Real Monarchs, They played 16 games, so we'll see how it goes. Charles Hunt is now the second highest goal scorer in the league, behind Hudson of San Jose, who are top of the league. Charles Hunt is also the third best player in the league. Pablo Escobar is third on the assists, so they're starting to, you know, they're teaming up together now, up top. So he's our best player, he's our top goal scorer, and this is Charles Hunt. We signed him from FC Buffalo. He scored 22 goals in the league for FC Buffalo last year, and already for us in the league this year he scored 11. And I'm pretty impressed with that, I'm happy with that. Keep it going, mate, keep it going. And obviously we're playing FC Buffalo today, so it'll be interesting to see how he does, because he did play for them 230 times. He was there for his entire, pretty much his whole career. He had stints at smaller teams, San Diego Surf, but Buffalo was where he made a name for himself. So hopefully he rises up to the occasion and slays his former team. My best midfielder, I didn't think he was going to be my best midfielder, but it's Frank Frank. What? Okonkwo. Is it Okonkwo? Okonkwo. Okonkwo. Frank Okonkwo. Why can't he just be called Frank Smith? Now my best defender so far this year, and he's probably about the 8th best player in my team, is Carlos Cortez. Carlos Cortez from Colombia. Sometimes he's got white stuff around his nose, but I forgive him for that because he's been defending pretty well. His average rating ain't the greatest. It's just under 7, I'll take that. But he is my best defender. Can cover at left back as well. Tackling 15, marking 14, positioning 15. And if you remember from our last episode, we were playing at like a championship level, so he's good. And I'm hoping once we start getting some actual home games, we can pick up them points, because if you look at them last 8 games since the last live com in episode 3, I played at home once. Out of 8 games, we had 7 away games. I know there was a couple of cup games, but all our league games since the last episode have been away from home. So the fact that we haven't lost any in the league is a good sign. I'm thinking that we're riding it out in 4th, 3rd, and then we're going to hit a patch where we're at home. Like I can see some there, 4 home games on the run, 3 home games on the run. Well, from today's live con, we've got 3 home games on the run. Pick up some points and hopefully start to catch the team at the top. So, seeing as we're some way into the season now, we start getting some good stats, player stats, team stats, and it gives you a good idea of what you need to do. So we're on goals right now. I think we joined 5th. I think that means joint 5th on it, with 28 goals. We're not too far behind. Now, you know, I play quite attacking. I do switch to attacking quite a lot, so I'm not too bothered about that. If I can bring anyone in, I will. I don't know if I can. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I've made this database. I'm pretty sure we have 1 window. I'll have to check on that. I'll check on that in a minute. I'm pretty sure we have 1 window, so I might just be stuck with what I've got, unless I can get a freebie. It might have to come down to what I do with my training to try and improve the team. But like always with my teams, it's not the goals I'm worried about. It's the defending, and we joined 12th, I think. We've let in 21 goals. And if we're trying to catch San Jose at top of the league, and we want to try and get into 1st position and win the league, or even in the top 2, we've got to do better defensively, because San Jose have only conceded 8. No, right. I am training defensively, but maybe I might have to tweak this tactic, I don't know. I'm thinking I might revert back to some of my older tactics where it's a bit more basic for basic players. A bit more long ball style, defend, boof it up front, chase it, knock it onto someone, score goals. I might try that out. Now let's check in on the dynamics, because this is massive in Football Manager 18. I've loved this part of the game, especially when it's good and you've built that bond with your team, and your team have built that bond together. And like I said, they didn't like me at first because I'd sold a few players, I'd changed the captain and all that. But in the last episode it was getting better, and it's getting better now, and this is a good sign, hopefully. I mean, match cohesion is getting better, the dressing room atmosphere is getting better, managerial support's getting better. I've still got some good players who want to leave, like Jonathan. And when it comes to players who support me, I'm pretty sure I had 12 in the last episode. That was the last time I looked. So I've got 13 now. So either way, I've either got the same or might have gained 1. So again, that's going in the right direction. I'd like to get the 2 team leaders behind me, but I know one of them wants to leave. Social groups, though, and I like this. I liked it at Central when they were pretty much all together as friends. because I think it got us through as an underdog, really. I think sometimes you can get results when they're friends and they fight for each other. That's how I see it. That's how I want to be able to see this game. Probably not true, but no, we've got a big core social group there. I think a lot of them lads are originals. I think a couple of them new guys are in there though, so that's good to see that they've got straight in. But the others there's like 5 of them just floating about the bottom like little dumps in the toilet. They need to get a grip and start socialising, going out for a beer. That's what we should. FM18, you should be able to send them on trips. You should be able to go on a holiday when you've got an international break or something, take some of the lads away, take them on a bonding session, take them for a curry. We are 10 years into this database, so I thought it'd be pretty cool to have a look at what's happened to some of your players, some legends, some of the young wonder kids maybe at some point who are now old. But I want to look at some quality players and see what they're doing. And if you downloaded the database, especially the second version, I wanted to give the APL an injection. So on the second version, every team in the Premier League got a superstar. And Ronaldo had left Real Madrid, and at the start of the database is at Seattle. Now it looks like he was there for a very long time. 7 years, it says here, he was at Seattle. I'm pretty sure that's about 7 years. Then he must have gone to City for his last year, which is random. Then he's come back to America, to San Antonio, to be their under-18s assistant manager, right? And now he's at DC United as their assistant manager. And he doesn't look too bad, he's only 41. Now, his arch rival is obviously Lionel Messi, top player. He's 39, so he's a bit younger. And he's also an assistant, and he also wants to be an assistant, but unfortunately, he's a bit shit. And he's never had a job. So I don't know what's going to happen to him. He might disappear. He might go off the game at some point if he don't get a job. So fingers crossed he don't. I'd like to see him somewhere. Now you could argue this point, but he's probably the 3rd best player in the world, isn't he, after Ronaldo and Messi, and it's Neymar. And he's still playing, and he's in America. He's 35 years old, and he's still very good. His physicals have gone to shit, but he's still a good player. I mean, he's alright now. He starts a database at the LA Galaxy. He played for them 71 times, scored 31 goals. He's a beast. Now the 4th player I'm going to look at is a younger player, roughly about the same age as Neymar, I think, and he's a big name. He's always been touted at going to big clubs, and it's Griezmann. He's 36 now, right? And he starts the database at Indy 11, but he didn't stay there long. He's ended up going back to Europe and playing for Chelsea for nearly made 300 appearances. But even though his skills are still very good, his technicals are really bad. And it looks like Chelsea have given up on him because he's in the under 23s. It's not a good sign. It would be cool. Now I can't see us doing it for Detroit. I think we're too low. But hopefully, maybe next year, if I can get to a bigger team, I'd love to be able to sign a Griezmann or a Neymar. For the end of their career, just get a season out of them, a superstar. Talking about great players, it made me wonder about Ballon d'Ors and who's been winning them, right? So I thought we'd have a look at it, and it is pretty interesting. Now, if you think this is when the database starts, well, Luis Suarez wins the first one. He's at New England, it says. Did he win it when he was at New England? What's he doing at the minute? Luis Suarez is a manager, and he's not a very good manager. He finished his career at New England. So he won it while he was playing in the American Premier League the very first season. That is amazing. I mean, there's been a lot of American Premier League players winning it until this Bayern players appeared at the top there. You've got Paulo Dybala. Where's he at? He's now 33 at New York Red Bulls. He starts the database at Philadelphia. That's pretty cool. So Paulo Dybala won one for Philly. And Cristiano Ronaldo won it. And then he won it again 3 years on the run. I mean, bloody hell. It was like, look, 33, 34, 35. He was still the best player in the world. Dembele got one. He's now at FC Bayern. Then we've got Patrick Schick. He got one for Bayern. Harry Kane, check him out for Los Angeles. He won one. And then Anderson Michael, who is a regen. Is he regen porn? He's good, isn't he? I won't say you don't give me an erection or anything. So enough of the looking around the world. Let's get into today's live comment. Our opponents today are FC Buffalo, and they're coming to the big house. We're actually at the freaking big house for once. Now, they're an alright team. They're in 6th at the minute, so they're up there with us. So they're on an equal footing. So it might be a good battle today. The manager's Kenneth Cooper, an American, like Kenny Cooper. I'm excited. Now they play at the new Era Field, which, if you're an NFL fan, you will know is the Buffalo Bills stadium. So they've got their own good stadium. I wouldn't want to play at their place in the winter. Have you ever seen a Buffalo Bills game in January? The snow is like that when they play in the pitch. They play on it and it's like that. Check it out on YouTube. On to the match preview. We're at home. We're at the big house. We're favourites of the bookies. We're higher in the league. And we're in better inconsistent form. I love how it does that. Better inconsistent form. They are. How many points behind us? We're on level on games. We both played 14. And they're 5 points behind us. So it's not too bad. I don't want to lose though. We need to win. We need to keep that pace on the teams above us. Welcome back to the big house. It's good to be home, eh? No place like home. Now I had to make a few changes because of fitness, and some of the guys aren't 100% fit as well. It's not the greatest at the minute, but hopefully they do us a job today. I've not got no fear going forward. It's defensively. It's my bloody goalkeeper, if I'm honest. Right, team talk. This is a big game, innit? Because we're both up there. We're both quite equal. So I think I'm going to stay calm now, but I'm not going to. Don't want to put too much pressure on. I was going to say I expect to keep the run going. That'll have to do. That will have to do for now. Right, we come out of the tunnel. I still think it's weird the corners aren't filled in. Second biggest stadium in the world, and the corners aren't filled in. I thought it'd look like Old Trafford does on the game, do you know what I mean? But no, it doesn't. Anyway, we've kicked off. Can we get an early goal? Calm the nerves for the old battery fans, do you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm actually going to have to change some names here. Definitely going to change him to Pablo Escobar, even though he's from Ecuador. I just think it's better. If you see anyone and you think I've got a name for them, let me know in the comments. Feel free to advise me on nicknames. I'll do it for you, do you know what I mean? Why not? It'd be a laugh. Right, nearly 10 minutes in, not a lot's happening, so I'm going to demand some more. Demand more, come on boys, do some more. I mean, it's like, every time I've had a live com, it's been a bit pants. And the game before that live com has always been really, really good. Like the game before this, 4-3, do you know what I mean? So I'm hoping we can break that curse. Right, here we go, come on, it's Buffalo on the attack. Lopez to, I can't say any of these names. What's this all about? That was just the worst defending I've ever seen, and the goalkeeper just watched the ball go past him. So we're 20 minutes in, we've had one shot. One. Have you noticed our dugout's made out of brick? What's that all about? Anyway, come on, here's Castro, cuts it across. Them goals are the kind of goals we always score with his tactic, but you know what? A goal's a goal, 1-0. Tell you, the lad who scored, Lawrence, bought him as like a backup striker, but he can cover on the wings and he does a good job, to be fair. So he's kind of pushed other players out and he's playing today on the right hand side. Right, here's Gibbs. He's a player that was already here. He was probably the best out of him when I looked at what I had. That's the reason why I kept him. Plus he wasn't moaning. He wasn't moaning about, I've been relegated, I want to leave. Anyway, there's Lawrence, kid I've just been talking about. Can he cut it across the floor? He went for a shot then, didn't he? Bloody hell, ref. There's Lawrence, long ball in it to Pablo Escobar. Can he cut it across? He's going to shoot. He shoots. He scores. Well done, Omar. 2-0. I just love editing and putting stuff together. And if someone enjoys it, they enjoy it. I've got a time frame for this series. I might cut it short, but it has got a maximum lifespan. I'm not going to tell you, but it's got a maximum lifespan because I've got another idea to finish off this year's game, to finish off FM18. And there we go, 3-0, Calvin Gibbs. Hey, that's the midfielder I was talking about. Well done, Calvin. As I was saying, I've got a good idea that hopefully you will like. But I don't want you to forget about this one. I want you to stay invested with this because it is going to be a carry-on. So hopefully you'll enjoy it. And it's half time. Happy days. I didn't think we would be winning 3-0 at half time. Happy. Don't need to kick their ass or anything. Let's keep it calm. Very pleased. Keep it going. Loads of green. They're starting to love me. But again, if you're trying it out, especially the save file from 2027, let me know what's going on. I want to know how you're doing. Oh, good tackle. I want to know how you're doing, who you are. Let me know down below. Have a go with it. It could be good fun. Come on, Pablo, pass inside to Jonathan. Jonathan, who's a right mad ass. Honestly. He needs to stop whinging and just play football. This feels like a goal to me. The build-up's amazing. Lawrence, and it is. Hey! 4-0, this is getting over. Right, time is flying. I'm just going to give him a cheeky concentrate. Half an hour ago. Let's make a sub. Right, I'm bringing Hunt off. He's not having the best game, and I'm not really bothered. I'm also going to bring off one of my yellow cards just to try and play it safe. Weird how this game works it sometimes. You've got to play like Hunt, who's scoring loads of goals. He's the best player, right? Really excited about him, and then it comes to the live com and he's on a 6.7. We've scored 4 goals. He hasn't scored any of them. I mean, Lawrence, the kid I was talking about, the backup striker who's now playing as a right winger, he's on a 9.5. Scored 2, set 1 up. Right, this has got to be it, hasn't it? It's got to be it. Full time, ref. That's it. Second half, not a lot going on. But who cares? That is a great performance by all the lads, to be fair, apart from the best player. 4 goals, clean sheet, happy days. The usual when you have a performance like that. Passionate, very pleased, loads of green. I'm starting to like this. On to the American National League, and we're still in 4th. I think we knew that happened because we were 5 points behind, but we've done well. We've still got that game in hand, and if we win now, I think Phoenix obviously dropped some points. So if we win our game in hand, we go above them. We're getting into 3rd territory. We could even be starting to catch up. The Rebels are in 2nd. You know, I mean, to be fair, I never had a playoffs with my Manchester Central series. I love that drama, because as a content creator, it could create drama, win or lose. You know what I mean? So part of me is kind of hoping we end up in the playoffs. On to episode 5's live comp, and we're going to play the Rochester Rhinos. The mid-table at the minute, but it's a good chunk of the season out of the way. About 9 games, get some good games out of the way. I know we've got Phoenix and San Jose up there. They're big games as well, I know that, but they're too close, and I want to start getting through the season and the series. And I picked Rochester because we're away, so we get to see someone else's stadium, but also because it's on TV. Bit special, innit? Against the Rhinos. Hopefully, you'll join me for that. Well, there we go. That is the end of episode 4. As always, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. I actually love you. Like a brother. Like a brother from another mother. Do you know what I mean? Cheers. If you did enjoy the episode, make sure you smash the like button. I really do appreciate it. Helps me series, helps me channel grow. If you're brand new, feel free to subscribe. Tell your friends. If you subscribed already, tell your friends. Share my stuff on social media. Thank you. Also, hit the notification bell to never miss an episode of anything else I do. Why would you want to do that? You wouldn't, would you? I know you, cheeky face. Anyway, I've really enjoyed this episode, and I'm really looking forward to the future here at Detroit. Now, I've been booed. You've been great. I'll see you next time.